Hello from Keele. This is part of the landscape garden that was created in the 1860s. And behind me, we have a tunnel. Now, I've never been through this tunnel, but before I go through the tunnel, I just want to talk about the history of Keele. Now, this land was a woodpecker. Awesome. This land was gifted to the Knights Templars by Henry II in 1180. They held the land for about 200 years until a group of people called the Hospitaliers took it over, and then came along Henry VIII. Now, with the dissolution of the monastery, this land was brought by the Sneed family. Now, the Sneed family had been in power in this area. There's a woodpecker again. This family had been in power in Cheshire and North Staffordshire for quite a while. It was purchased by William Sneed in 1544. So, I'm being distracted by a woodpecker. How magical. So now I've got my focus back. Let's talk about the early history of Keele Hall. 1544, the house was built, like I said, by William Sneed. Around 100 years later, we have the English Civil War. Colonel Ralph Sneed was killed in action on the Isle of Man. A little bit after that, in 1651, it's believed that a young Prince Charles came here to seek refuge after the Battle of Worcester. He later became King Charles II. So now I'm going to go through the tunnel. This is awesome. So, tunnels. Like I say, I've never been down here, so this is pretty awesome. Oh, it's not very big, but there is light at the end of the tunnel, as they say. So I'm going to head off to the house now. Now, this building here used to be called First Hill. It's relatively modern. I presume it was some sort of gameskeeper's house. More interestingly, this is the Clock Tower house. So this was built in the 1830s. Now, this is lovely. So this is the Clock Tower. Like I said, built in the 1830s. Imagine this would have been quite a triumphal place to hang out in the past. Beautiful architecture. So, talking of triumphal places to hang out, this is Keele Hall. One person who used to hang out here was the Grand Duke Michael of Russia. Now, he was the grandson of Tsar Nicholas I, and this was one of his favourite residencies in England. In fact, when he was in exile, he stayed here most of the time. Another royal who's been here, Princess Margaret, the Queen's sister. She was the Chancellor of the university. Well guys, this is the other side of the building. This is Keele Hall, everyone. It was requisitioned during the Second World War. You had troops who were evacuated from Dunkirk recovering in this very building. Then you had the American troops brought over later in the war. Another interesting fact about this family, the Sneed family, you see up there, there's the family crest. Now, it's got a scythe on it, and there's another one over here. Now, the scythe is a symbol of their battle honour that they won at the Battle of Poitiers in 1356. So, absolutely fascinating history, fascinating place, and it's a lovely place to come walk around.